Good morning and welcome to the Daily Journal's Newsbreak, sponsored by Renaissance Bank. Today is Monday, February 19th. I'm your host, Emma Kent. We're going to take a look at the top news and sports stories from Northeast Mississippi, but first let's start with your weather forecast. Today will be partly cloudy with a high of 72 and a low of 63 with a 20% chance of rain. Tomorrow will be partly cloudy with a high of 75, a low of 65, and a 20% chance of rain. Wednesday there will be rain with a high of 73, a low of 62, and a 100% chance of rain. On Thursday, it'll be rainy again with a high of 73, a low of 61, and an 80% chance of rain. Mississippi's four-year high school graduation rate reached a record high of 83% this year, and almost all Northeast Mississippi school districts followed suit with rates at or above the state average. The rates were released Thursday by the Mississippi Department of Education and are based on the group of students who entered the 9th grade during the 2013 and 14 school year. Of 30 Northeast Mississippi districts, 9 had rates below the state average: Houston, Union County, New Albany, Lee County, Nettleton, South Tippah, Pontotoc County, Benton County, and Aberdeen. Graduation rates for the Chickasaw County, Monroe County, and Starkville-Octobaha school districts put them among the top 10 in the state. The Holka Attendance Center had the 4th highest rate in the state and the highest in the region at 93.1%. Anthony Golding, principal at the Holka Attendance Center, said a small senior class allows teachers and administrators to meet with seniors often, keeping them on track for graduation and bringing the school's grad rate up. A group of elected leaders and community figures hope to see a public transportation system operating on a trial basis in Tupelo by the summer. However, a divided city council has not yet made its intentions known. Public transportation has been a contested issue in Tupelo for years. Advocates say that such a system is needed to serve a broad cross-section of the community. That includes the elderly, the disabled, and low-income residents. Critics often charge that the cost of public transportation would prove too high for the city to afford. On Tuesday, the City Council will consider whether or not to set aside $225,000 in a transportation fund. However, that decision would not create a public transportation system in Tupelo. Another vote would be needed in the coming months on a proposed 15-month pilot program. The fixed route program would be operated by Climb Up. That's the transportation wing of mental health service provider LifeCore Health Group. Neither chamber of the Mississippi legislature has passed a proposal to address the state's transportation system, and a key deadline looms on Wednesday. At this point, it does not appear House leaders plan to bring forth legislation. Thus far, the House has been the most vocal in expressing the need to address the issue. Various sources have indicated that the plan put forward by House Transportation Chairman Charles Busby will not be taken up this session. That proposal was to increase the fuel tax for transportation while cutting the income tax that goes to such entities as education, public safety, and healthcare. On the other side of the Capitol, Senate Finance Chairman Joey Fillingane said he expects a proposal to come out of his committee next week. Fillingane would not provide any specifics other than saying it might include some bonds and other options. The transportation effort was viewed as one of the priorities during the 2018 session. However, it might have lost momentum when President Donald Trump announced his infrastructure plan early last week. And in sports, the Mississippi State women's basketball team are SEC champions. The second-ranked Bulldogs defeated Texas A&M 76-55 in Starkville on Sunday to claim the regular season conference championship. It is the first SEC championship for any women's team in school history. Victoria Vivians had 26 points and 12 rebounds as the Bulldogs improved to 28-0 overall and 14-0 in the SEC. Rashonda Johnson had 16 points and Tiara McCowan added 11 points and 11 rebounds. Mississippi State hosts Auburn on Thursday night. Meanwhile, the Ole Miss women's team hosts Georgia tonight. In men's basketball action, Mississippi State defeated Ole Miss 79-62 on Saturday. It turned out to be the final game for Ole Miss men's coach Andy Kennedy. He announced Sunday he would step down as coach immediately. Assistant coach Tony Madlock will now lead the program through the last 4 regular season games and an SEC tournament appearance. Ole Miss plays at Missouri on Tuesday night, and Mississippi State is at Texas A&M. That does it for Newsbreak on this Monday. Don't forget that this show is just one of many online offerings courtesy of the Daily Journal that gets your news off the page and on the go. Check out the Capitol View webcast every week with Bobby Harrison discussing the latest in state politics. Watch a new episode today at 2 at djournal.com. You can also watch a replay in our video gallery at djournal.com or on our Facebook page. Special thanks to Renaissance Bank for sponsoring Newsbreak, and remember you can catch new episodes every weekday morning at 7 a.m. at djournal.com or on our Facebook page. Thanks for joining us. I'm Emma Kent. Have a great Monday.